Okay, so let me talk to some African braiding studios and just African braiders in particular right now, especially the new ones, the young ones, or because this is something I'm not used to with the African braiders. I've been going to them since I was about 17. In Dallas and Atlanta when I was in college, wherever I go. If I need to get my hair twisted, because I get twists now, back in the day I used to get braids, I'd find me an African braiding studio. And this is it. Now, I just got my hair done yesterday, and she slayed that, okay? Y'all would say she slayed it to the gods. I'm not going to say that because I believe in one God, okay? And I'm not slaying nothing to demons. But she did do a beautiful job, and I'll let it down to show y'all at the end. However, during the process, what annoyed me the most was she kept on saying, it's too short, it's too coarse, your roots are too coarse. It was kind of given, I don't like 4C hair. And the crazy part is, you African, just like I'm African, though I know a lot of Africans don't consider me African. I know a lot of black folks don't consider us African. The only difference is you have your culture, you have your tribe, you have your language. Mine, I lost it. We can just say that. I lost it through the slave trade. I'll say that. I'm American by culture, trying to learn my Nigerian culture, okay? But I am still African American, just by DNA. Maybe not by culture, to be exact, but by DNA, I am African by DNA. Culture, I'm American. So in my terms, as African American. In their terms, like they was telling me yesterday, if you don't know nothing about Africa, you didn't come from Africa, you're not African American. They say it as an African who lived in Africa that came to America. I see it as whether you live there or not, if your DNA say you African, then you African. If you're an American, then that makes you an African American. That's the way I see it, but everybody has a right to see the way they want to see it. But my point is, we both black, African. Why you keep downing my hair? It's not like you have white hair, Spanish hair, Asian hair. It's not like you have some long, blonde, silky, white girl, Indian, black, Spanish, whatever. We got the same type of hair. We both Africans. We both got coarse hair. Not to say that Africans can't have long hair, because there's different tribes for one. And there are different textures within the African, how do I say this? Continent. We'll say that, right? But at the same time, we know that it's specifically dealing with West Africa. We'll just speak in general, we tend to have coarse hair, shorter hair. But now we see African sisters, African American, or just African, all on YouTube with long 4C hair, long 4B hair, showing that it grows. Well, I'm not there yet. Now, I used to have a head full of hair, but when my hair grows out, I be cutting it. I'll either do a big chop, even I told the Lord I wouldn't no more. I've cut it too many times afterwards, Lord forgive me. Or I'll just, like this last time, I cut it into a haircut. So I shaved this part, and I shaved it real low. And then I had like a little bit up here so you can just curl it. And if you guys want to know what I'm talking about, just look at my videos on my channel. You'll see my haircut. I did that myself. I slayed that. I did that myself. Thank you, Lord. Because I was going to fly all the way to Maryland to this chick that do some bad cuts, boy, in the DMV. But I said, listen, I ain't got all that money to be doing. That's a lot of money to fly there. Anyway, I kid you not, from point A to point B, she was like, it's too short. It's too short. Now, the part that I shaved, I understand. But even that has grown out, and it's plenty of enough to grip. So I don't understand it, because I've seen girls who had snapped short hair, even when I was younger and used to have long, full hair, like a long bob. I used to see black girls come in with this short hair. And those African sisters, like I used to go to Afrogenics in Dallas, to a braider named Mrs. Stu. I used to go to Atlanta, and I never seen them complain about somebody that had snapped. Their hair used to be short. I feel like those African sisters was old school, because they wasn't acting brand new. They wasn't acting like you didn't have the same hair texture. Like most of our hair ain't short and curved. They already knew what was up, and they knew how to grab it and keep going. I understand everybody don't know how to grab it, but my thing is, either you want to do it or you don't. And my hair is relaxed, but my little bitty roots that was growing out are 4C. And she was like, oh, it's just so thick, it's too thick. And then she was like, oh, it's too short. Now, mind you, by the time you get up around the crown of my head, it's at least about this amount of hair. From top to this, it's plenty of hair to grab. It stops about right here in my braids, because I'm trying to grow it out. It ain't long, but it's plenty of enough to grab. But I used to see them come in with short hair like this. One time I seen one African like tell a girl it's kind of short. I don't know. Otherwise than that, they would just do their hair because I feel like they was used to it. I feel like a real African woman knows how to grab short hair because I feel like in the West African scope of women, a lot have natural short hair. They not coming acting brand new, acting like they white, acting like they Spanish. They like, baby, I know our hair. I know it's coarse, and I know sometimes 9 times out of 10 it may be short. That's not everybody. It's some black sisters with some 4C long hair, 4B, 4. I know it's different textures within the black community, but most of us have that coarse, that nappy. And it made me feel some type of way. Now, I know I'm beautiful. And I know the way God made me is beautiful. But she was getting on my nerves talking about my hair. It's too coarse. It's too thick. Ma'am, you not white. You ain't Spanish. You ain't Asian. You ain't Indian, Malaysian with the pretty silky hair, the pretty Spanish hair, the pretty white. Baby, we both black. And then the thing was, she told me when I said, yeah, I know it's short. I wanted to grow because this part, like I said, it's about right here. I was like, I'm growing it out. She was like, well, mine is short too. Well, why do you keep... Why would an African sister be putting down another African sister? Or if y'all don't consider me to be African, black sister, I am, whether you like it or not. You got black people that don't want to say we African. You got Africans say we not African. Baby, my DNA said I'm 91% African. I'm African, whether you like it or not. Why you put me down and we the same color with the same hair? Why are you acting brand new? I just feel like if you don't want to do short hair, or maybe tell your client, send me a picture of your hair. I know some of them used to do that. Send me a picture of your hair. Okay, that's too short. I don't deal with short 4C. The self-hate is too much, y'all. The self-hate coming from some of the African braiders who I love and support, the whole diaspora. But when I sit in your chair and pay you to do my hair, I don't want you to continue to tell me how short or coarse my hair is. I've been black my whole life. I know my hair texture because I done been natural like 4 times where my 4C hair grew out and it was long dookie ropes. I know my coarse hair in short. I know my coarse hair when it's short, look like carpet. I know it when it's long and it's beautiful, thick dookie ropes. It's very, very thick hair. But what I don't need you to do is after I book with you, you tell me it's too short. It's too coarse. Oh, it's too short. That's why it's taking so long. It's just that it's so short. Oh, it's just so coarse. It's just 4C. I don't really like 4C, but... we African, we got the same hair. You ain't got 4A. I kid you because this lady had braids. And then the lady before that I went to, both of them did a fantastic job, but they both got on my nerves complaining about how short it was. Now, the lady before her didn't complain about the crown, which made sense because this one is long enough for you to grab. It's like right here. That's not even short. The lady I went to yesterday, even when she got to my hair up here that's longer, she was like, oh, it's so short. And I feel like she was kind of hating, to be honest. I was like, man, I don't know if I'm coming back to her. But she got me because she didn't do it ugly. She did it very beautiful. But the only thing I'm thinking about is how many times she said it's too short. It's too coarse. Oh, you know, the 4C. I don't. And I'm like, up here, it's not even short where you have to complain like that. Again, I've seen them do snap short hair where they didn't even complain. I feel like that's a real African. I feel like a real African braider, a real African woman knows how to do short hair. I feel like that's a G African woman and African braider. So when I hear these other braiders, these new school girls, this one was young, 29. The other one may have been a little older, but I feel like that's not keeping it old school, not keeping it African, because I feel like real Africans know how to do coarse, short hair, and they don't complain. But if you have a problem with it, hit me with that. Send me a picture of your hair. Because for you to be complaining about my hair up here and it's already got enough, it's like right here and you talking about that's still short, or you can even say right here when it's standing up, it's like right here. She was like, that's too short. No, it's not. I've seen videos on here where they afro is this right here, and they was like, this how you grip small coarse hair. Mind you, mine is relaxed, so most of the ends is straight. It's the roots that were 4C. I need a touch up, and it just takes away from the process is all I'm saying. Even though this came out beautiful and she slayed and she got me looking all black Puerto Rican and black Indian and, you know, Irene Curry and Sparkle back in the day, stick, she slayed. But it's just like, what are you doing in between time? If you don't have to say everything you thinking. You might be thinking, oh, she got some nappy hair. I can't stand doing 4C. I just think it's hypocritical when you take out your braids and you got the same texture I got. 9 times out of 10, she got the same texture. She had a little boy. He had 4C. I looked at her husband's head. His hair was 4C. And she had braids. And she even told me my hair short too. So why would you do that to another sister? We got the same. I feel like that's a form of self-hate. But at the same time, if you don't want to do people with shorter, coarse hair because my hair isn't mixed hair or a 4A or whatever, just be like, send me a picture. Oh, you know what? I don't like my own. I don't do 4C. Self-hate is real. I only do 4A, 4B mixed. White girl hair, even though we black. Like, come on, y'all doing too much. So to the African braiders that are doing that, don't do that. Tell them to send you a picture of their hair. If their hair is too short for your liking or too coarse, tell them then, hey, your hair is a little too short, it's too coarse, this is too much for me. Because what I don't want to do is go and have an appointment with you, and from the beginning to the end, you sit up here and tell me how short and coarse my hair is over and over and over again. Over and over again. And I'm thinking to myself, I can hear y'all say, why didn't y'all tell her that? Because I feel like at that point it would have been confrontational, and it would have made me mad to the point where I'm getting up and I'm leaving, because you done already started half my hair. She ain't just start right away with it's too short. She waited till like she had a good amount done. Now I'm stuck. I can't get up looking crazy. I got to sit here. So then I had to play it off like, yeah, I wanted to grow, or, yeah, but I don't know, y'all. I think next time I'm gonna have to be like, maybe you should, like I'm telling y'all, send a picture, or can you, I don't know, because I feel like that's gonna get confrontational. I was like, yeah, I know you keep saying it, but I feel like it's very disrespectful to keep being derogatory towards somebody's hair when you could have just said, send me a picture. I don't do coarse or short hair, or I just don't feel like doing shorter hair. Like I said, you really want to do long 4A mixed hair, whatever, when most black women have hair like me. We have 4C, whether it's natural, relaxed, or it's going to be short. Not everybody, not all black women look like the ones on YouTube with the long 4C, long 4B, long. It's black women out here with regular hair, and my hair wasn't even snapped short. I've seen Africans on YouTube, real African women and African braiders, not to take away from the ones that did my hair, because they queened it, they did their job. But what takes away points from me is they put me down the whole time they were doing it. It's too short, it's too coarse. This part I can understand, because this part is growing out. So I understand if you be like, oh, this is too short. Even the one I went to before, she was like, this is too short, and she kind of kept complaining about it, but not as much as this one. This one, she just kept carrying it on. And even after, when she got to this point, which is the longer part, she kept saying it's short. I'm like, lady, this is not too short. This is a good amount of hair for you to grab. It's like from here, it's about right here. It's like a full afro, like a little, and it's a good size afro. That's way, like I said, in my braids, even if I pull it up, y'all, my hair stops about right here, or like right here. You'll see the brown sticking out. So it's plenty of long enough. So I just felt like she was being petty and messy. And I was like, okay, maybe it's going to come out ugly, because she keep putting me down. And I was so shocked to see how pretty it came out, because I really thought she was going to jack me up, because she kept saying, I felt like she just kept putting my hair and my hair texture down. And it's like, this part isn't short like you're saying it is. Because again, I've seen them do short hair like this. African women do it this short, and they grab it. They don't complain. They just like, this how you do it. And imagine how good it feels for that black queen, that African queen, to sit in the chair knowing she got hair this short, and that woman not putting her down, not complaining, but treating her like the queen she is, even though she doesn't have long, beautiful European, Spanish, Indian, or long, beautiful, relaxed hair. Imagine how that makes that queen feel, knowing, hey, my hair is very small to nothing, but she's not putting me down. Instead, she's saying, this is how you do very, very short hair. If they can do that with the girls that have the afros like this, then why are you putting me down when up here I got hair way up here? It's just you know how you have a haircut and it's long up here and it's shaved at the back, but it start growing out, so it's low at the back. I can understand you saying for a moment there, okay, it's shorter at the back. I can understand that, but you carrying on, and then when you get to the longer part, you still trying to say it's too short, when I know that's not true, because I've seen them do snap short. And then I've been into African braiding studios in Atlanta and in Dallas when I've been natural both times with 4C hair. Some of it when it was small, other ones when it was a big 4C, and I got a lot of hair and it's very coarse. And them African women were queens, and they was they was a thug with it. Like they was, what am I trying to say? They was an OG with it. They did not say your hair's too thick, it's too nappy, I'm African. I'm not gonna play with you and act like I got white hair. We got the same type of hair. They do nothing, but one lady didn't even ask me. She just took that blew dry my hair and started braiding up, and it came out gorgeous. I had got some cornrow, and they were gorgeous. And that's when I went to Clark. I used to go to Mrs. Student, and whenever I was natural, I had my 4C or whoever. Real African women know how to braid 4C hair. They know how to braid short 4C hair. Your hair and my hair was never this short, even in an afro. It's always been about right here, but it's always been enough. So if I've always had Even though it's coarse, it's very, very, it's the thickest. It's about 4Z, that part it is. But if you don't like doing it, again, show me a picture of your hair. Do you have 4C or 4Z? That's too thick. I don't mess with it. It's too this. The self-hate is real. I only do mixed hair. I only do long relaxed hair. But you're acting like you're not African and you don't have the same hair texture, and that's too much, and it's annoying, and it takes away from the process. She did do a great job. They came out beautiful. She slayed it, but she put me down the whole time. And so now I have to wrestle with that within myself. And I was still kind. I left a good review. I told her I would because she kept saying leave a review. But I have to wrestle with myself and be like, I want to go back because she did it so pretty. But at the same time, I don't want to hear her put me down the whole time I'm in her chair. Oh, it's just too short. Even when you get to the part that ain't even that short. Like, this is too short, right? And you got the African women, they didn't even complain. And this is how you do short hair. And they just do it. And that young lady has a good experience, but I can understand if you were to tell me if my hair was this short, that's too short. Okay, let me see if somebody can grip it. They grip game is on point, and I understand everybody's not like that, but if you're not, show me a picture of your hair. That's going to be too short, too coarse. Otherwise than that, don't wait till I get in your chair. And even though I got a head full of hair up here, you telling me, oh, it's still too short. No, it's not. That's a good amount to braid. Back here, even it's still a good amount. It done grew out. I just feel like that's lame. I don't feel like that's keeping it 100% African queen or African braider, because I feel like those real African queen and braiders, even though she did a great job, not to take away, but a little bit just for you putting me down from one African woman to another African woman. I don't think that's dope. We probably have the same hair texture, but you keep putting my 4C hair down and saying it's too thick. You keep saying my hair is too short, and I don't even have the shortest hair. Even in the back, it's grown out. Even the part that I shave, it's grown out. It may not be as long as here, but it's enough to still grip. It's way enough to grip. So I just feel like African beauticians and Black beauticians too, but I haven't been to a regular African American. I go to the African braiders, and the ones that I've been to this time, they really put a damper on my soul. As far as the part I didn't like was them saying, they kept complaining about how short it was. And I just feel like sometimes you can't say everything you're thinking. You could be thinking, oh, Lord, her hair is thick, it's nappy and short. I can't wait to get over this and go home to my husband and eat. But don't keep saying what you're thinking, because it affects your client. And that may make me not want to come back to you, even though you did a great job and you may be kind and you may be sweet. But if I'm in the chair and you just keep repeating, oh, it's so short. Even now you up here. Even the other beautician I had, she complained when she was back here. But once she got up there, she was good. She was like, the back just took long because it was short. This one was talking about, oh, this too short. I was like, she's doing too much. And even though it came out gorgeous, I may sacrifice not going back. And it's not going to hurt her. She does good hair. She's got plenty of clients. But because you put me down. And to me, an African woman doing that to another African woman is kind of lame. Like a Black woman, I see Black and African, I see that as the same. So when I say Black, I still see that as African. When I say African, I still Black. I use them interchangeable. But to me, that's lame because we have the same hair. And we all know that in West Africa, most of us have short 4C hair or medium 4C hair. But we know that. And some may have 4A, some may have 4B. But for you to put me down the whole time, you could have said it once or twice and then let it go. Thank it. Don't keep telling me that, because you're ruining my experience. And even though it came out beautiful, all I'm thinking about is the whole time, it's too short. It's too 4C. It's just your hair is so thick. It's so coarse. It's short. Even up here, oh, it's still short. No, that's too much. And so I just want to say to the African braiders out there, keep it 100. We got the same hair. Don't put me in my chair acting like you're not African, like you don't have 4C hair, when I know most West Africans do, Cameroon and Nigeria included, gonna have at least 4B and 4C. Y'all ain't white. I wanted to say, like, I'm thinking, like, what hair you got? You don't have white girl, Spanish, Indian, Chinese hair. You don't have silky hair. You got the same type of hair. So why would a Black woman put another Black woman down? Either say, show me the picture, that's too short, that's too coarse, I don't do 4C, the self-hate is real, I want to do mixed hair or long relaxed hair, or do your job and shut up. Say, don't keep telling me how short my hair is when I know it's not this short. Because up here is like I said, y'all seen my haircut, and there's plenty of hair to braid, even right here. It's short, but it ain't that short. And when I see those women doing the small to nothing hair and not complaining, but saying this is how you grip it and they grip game on point, I'm like, That's a real African woman. I feel like that's keeping it legit from the motherland. You're not coming to America acting brand new like, oh, your hair too black. And I'm like, this is my African roots. This is y'all and me. This is showing I'm really African. This showing that we all the same, but you putting me down because I have black hair. That's lame. And not to say black hair can't be long. I've addressed it already. But I right now have shorter black hair, but not the shortest is my point. So if I don't even have this snap and I see people on there grabbing it and they're not complaining, why would you do that to me? When mine is still, even at the back where it's shorter, it's still not this short. It's about maybe that short. It's still very grippable. And I just think it takes away from the process. It takes away from me being able to just enjoy myself, getting my hair braided. And I feel like you should be upfront with yourself and just tell your clients you don't like to braid coarse people's hair or 4C and I just know my hair is not that short for you to have been complaining that whole time. It takes away. And I think you're not keeping it real as an African woman, because I think real African women know how to braid short hair and coarse hair, because they understand that they're African women, and that's how most West Africans' hair is. Whether they black African Americans or straight from Africa, they understand that, and they're not going to sit up there and put you down. They're going to tell you, this how you do it, honey, and keep it moving. When I had my 4C hair in Atlanta, and it was so thick and nappy, all the lady did was take a blow dry and blow dry. She didn't come, oh, it's 4C, oh, it's too thick. She took my hair and started blow dry, and then she braided it up, and it was beautiful. She did what she was supposed to do because she knows our hair. Why would you put another black woman down because we have African hair? Systematic racism toward ourselves is crazy, and it takes away from the process. And I really could have put that on the reviews, but I don't want to be mean, and I never want to be negative, but that is the truth. She did a good job, and she was kind and everything, but that was the worst part, her putting my hair down the entire time. She kept repeating it too much, even at the top where it's longer. It's too short. It was just forced edges, like and at times it was like a few yanking going on a little bit there, but I'm just gonna say, just don't do that. Don't say everything you're thinking. Don't do that. You take away from the process, and in the long run, you could lose a client. You might think, oh, so what? You know, that client could have bought you a lot of money. I could be somebody that comes every 2 months, every 6 weeks. You don't want to take that chance when you could be, you don't ever want to put somebody in your chair that took time out to come to you to get their hair done and make them feel bad about themselves. Now, I'm confident. I know who I am, but you still don't want to put somebody, I don't care if their hair is the carpet and rough as like mine is. You don't have to keep saying that. I blow dry, and that's it, y'all. I blow dried my hair before I went to her the night before, and when I got up in the morning time to go to her, I blew dried again. And most of my hair is relaxed. It's just my roots as 4C, so it was no excuse for that. It takes away, and it makes me think, is it really worth me going back? I don't want to be in your chair and you putting me down because I have 4C hair, or you saying it's too short when I know it's not too short, because this part is way long enough. Decent. It ain't long, but it's, look at that. That length right there is very braidable. Even at the back, it's like right here now. But it's no excuse for that. And if you're going to be that way, just tell people the truth. That self-hate is not, it's not what's up. It's not African to me. It's not keeping it 100% like African braider, like we from Africa, this is what we do. No, because they just gonna take your hair and braid it. I've only heard one of them say, it's too short. And I understand everybody grip game ain't tight, but even if it ain't, you don't have to put nobody down. Just be like, I don't want to do your hair, or it's too short, or it's too thick. Just be honest before I get there. Let me send you a picture. Always ask for a picture. That way you know if you want to do it or not. But I want to be able to sit in your chair and not be put down. Enjoy the process without being humiliated. It's too short. It's too thick. It's just, ooh. And even up here, it's still too short. No, it ain't. Take your braids out. How long is your hair? Because I bet you we still got the same hair. She told me her hair was short. I feel like that's lame. And it takes away, even though she did a beautiful job, she really did. And I was like, man, I got to go back to her because it came out so pretty. But when I think about that, it's just, I'm battling because it would have been perfect for her to say, yeah, it's kind of short, it's tougher, but it's okay, I got you. That's it. And keep it moving. Any other thoughts? Let me keep this inside because I want to make sure my client is having a healthy experience with me. So if you're an African braider and you see this video, please remember that. Send a picture. If my hair is too short or too coarse, you can tell me when I send you the picture. That way I don't have to come and hear you put me down when I got the same hair texture you have. And yours might be even shorter than mine. But for some reason, you continue to put me down in your chair. Don't do that. That's not what we do. That's just not what we do. You don't have to roll out a red carpet and tell me my hair is so beautiful. I know my hair nappy. Baby, I know I told her that. I said, oh, it's my African roots getting on your nerves. Because I told them I'm African. I said, I ain't got the same culture. Mine was taken from me, but I'm African just like y'all. I got 91%. You know, I talk to them. I don't mind. I'm very Afrocentric. But I'm not saying, I know my hair, but you don't have to complain about it the whole time. You know, be upfront. If you don't want to do it, let's say, give me the picture. I don't want to do it, but don't put someone down. It takes away from the process. That's it. I hope somebody hears this and learns from this because it can break or make one of your future clients experience like it did mine. And I'm like, man, it looked beautiful. I really want to go back. Like, I think I found the style. I really want to go back because she did that. Like, she probably one of the best. And that's what made me go to her. I looked at her pictures and I was like, she looked like one of the best in the Metroplex. But to hear the sister put my hair down, I'm like, dang, what kind of hair you got? She's Spanish, she white, she Asian. Now, baby, you African too, just like me. We probably got the same type hair. Your son 4C, your husband got 4C. You even told me your hair short. You got all these blonde braids, but your hair ain't long and blonde. You probably got the same hair texture I am, but you putting me down. It's not what's up, my African sisters. It's not what's up. So remember that. All right? God bless y'all. And I love y'all. I love my African sisters, my African American, the whole diaspora. But we got to remember that when somebody get in your chair, you ain't got to say everything you thinking. Or some of us would go to the shop and be like, listen, can you braid this? I got that 4C. I got that 4Z nappy stuff. It look like can you braid this or not? Let me find somebody else. Let me send you a picture. But now after I done set up my appointment with you and you done seen my hair and I got enough hair, ma'am, and you still complaining, come on. And I see people on YouTube braiding hair like this to nothing and you talking about my hair that's right here and then at the back is like right there. Nah, that's too much. I just think it's a beautiful thing to see sisters on there braiding sisters' hair that's this short to nothing, but not putting them down. That's a real one. That's a real one. I don't believe in black pride, but I really want to go like that's a real one from Africa. That's a real African queen. Why would you put another queen down because of the length of the texture of her hair? That's not what's up. But I don't believe in pride, but I know we need to uplift each other. Peace. Hello, Dr. Odom. I love you. God bless you. So y'all just take my words and consider them when dealing with clients and new clients. Don't put anyone down. Be upfront with people. You don't have to say everything you're thinking, and you don't have to repeat yourself over and over again when they have a certain hair that you don't like. And it's really not cool when we probably have the same hair. I'm just saying. Most West Africans have short, coarse hair, or at least 4C hair, or at least 4B hair. So it's not like our hair is so, this is so different. Baby, we both black. Come on, let's not do that. Okay? But she did slay, and I left her a nice review. Because I don't want to be brutally honest. But hopefully y'all will come across this and somebody will take what I'm saying to heart. So that some future client won't be feeling all like I was feeling like, dang, okay, I get it. Can you just do my hair now that I'm here? You didn't say it about 100 times. I get it. It's 4C. My roots are 4C. The rest is relaxed, but it's hard to part because it's 4C. Baby, I done had 4C hair about this long. About this long. Like Dookie Roast, I ain't never have a problem parting it. It might break the comb. It might sound like an apple, but I can definitely part it still. You know, I had a problem keeping it moisturized because it was dry as a sponge, like a chia pet. But to part that thing, baby, okay, baby, part the thing. I had a problem keeping it moisturized. I might break the comb parting it, but guess what? I'm pick up another one and part that thing. Okay, so let's lift each other up. Love you. God bless you. And she did slay. I'm feeling like Irene Kerr. I'm feeling like I'm black and Puerto Rican, black and Cuban, baby. Sticks. Please don't make me choose between you and my sister. Nobody ever understood, sister. That's funny. One brain thinking for two brains. Yeah, I'm thinking about Sparkle, y'all. If you look into your heart, I'm on my Irene Cara. I'm on my Sparkle out here. They got me feeling all black and Cuban, black and Indian. But she slayed. She slayed. And to think it's girls that really look like this. The black Puerto Ricans, the black Cubans, the Islanders. Y'all got it made. They got the skin. They got the melanin and the hair. But anyway, she did do a good job. But she didn't do a good job with that mouth part. It was like she could have just thought it and let me enjoy it. But she kept. All right? Keep that in mind. Goodbye. Love to the whole diaspora. But let's uplift. Let's be upfront. We don't have to down our sisters, especially African women, down the other African sisters, and we probably share the same hair. Even if we don't, you can have 4A. You still don't have to do that. You could be Ethiopian doing my hair and my hair coarser and shorter or whatever. You still don't have to do that. We still African sisters. So why? It ain't no excuse. Let alone when we probably, got the same hair texture. Come on now. I done said it. Peace and goodbye. It do look good. It do look good, but I might have to reconsider because I don't want to go to nobody and they just putting down my little African roots, honey. Okay, but it do look good. You want to see? I look so cute. This is Molly. Molly, say hi. This is my dog, y'all. I don't know why my dog won't drink water. Let me see. Come, Bella. Come, Bella. Now she don't want to come. This her. This who y'all hear. I keep telling her to drink water, but she won't listen. But she keep it. Look at her. Hi. Hi. Say hi. Okay, go ahead. Peace. God bless and bye. I'm trying to show y'all. It is beautiful. It is beautiful. But just thinking about them words, honey, I might have to find somewhere else.